What's up, y'all? Back at it. Part 2 is underway. Guys have been going at it. Got the front end off. Literally just got the motor out, and right behind us, as you can see, we're getting the motor to put down on a pallet so we can finish taking apart the rest of the engine bay. Mondo and Vlad were going at it, getting the AC out, the windshield wiper motor, the booster, everything to get the firewall clean and smooth so we can go ahead and test fit the rest of the new parts. But how you like the progress so far, my guy?
It's the culmination of all of it. We waited so long for this to finally happen, and we're here. It's a little overwhelming to see all the new things, but yeah.
The best part about it, as we're deleting all this old stuff, we got a bunch of other stuff coming to the plate.
But I'm not done yet.
Okay, all right. Almost there, almost there. What's up, y'all? Back at it again with this week's edition of Build Breakdown. Behind me we have Adrian's iRockZ, also known as BRockZ on Instagram. Last time you guys saw this vehicle, it was no motor, no suspension, no transmission, no rear end, no wheels, no tires, no brakes. We were installing the UMI K-member suspension, CTSV brakes, new Ford-Star wheels, the LS swap stroker motor, and everything. Now we have it as you see it today. Rolling on its own weight, motor installed. Still a few things for us to dial in as far as power steering, brake system. Obviously we're painting the front end right now, that's why it's not there, but at least it is rolling, it is running on its own. So let me pop the hood so you can check it out. I know it's been a minute, and I'm excited as Adrian is about this one, but the crew has went all in on this thing. So the engine bay is still in a raw form because right now me and Adrian are going back as far as colors, as far as what to paint the motor and what to do on the engine bay. As of right now, the engine bay is gonna go gloss black 100%. We're just trying to figure out, he wanted to do different shades of black throughout the motor, but I'm trying to get him to go with red. I feel like red in this would pop hard, but all that's left in here, we just gotta make an intake, but Vlad pretty much wrapped this whole thing up. A lot of Holley components, CVF, Willwood, Umi. Pretty much everything you could throw at this vehicle is on here right now. And yes, it didn't go smooth as far as the first original startups. You know, just like everything, you know, little issues. Thank God they aren't on film. But now we're here. I'm gonna start up so you guys can hear it. Shit, hopefully these things hold up, man. Watch it gonna fall right now. Huh? Yay!
Oh, yo.
I told you. I just called it too. The lovely sound is brought to you from Hooker Headers, 3-inch Corsa resonator, and a MagnaFlow muffler. Mondo built the full system, and yes, this is a 2-in-1, back out to a 2 outlet, but Adrian was very, very strict on having it a mild sound, which in my opinion, I would just raise it up a little bit, but this is great for him to drive daily, not have to terrorize his neighbors when he starts it up, so.
Congratulations. Good fucking morning to you, bitch.
I'll rev it up a little bit. All right, so a quick little view on the inside. right. This car was an automatic originally. Got the new pedal assembly with the clutch all installed. T56 transmission. Everything's functioning beautifully. Vlad was making a top cover piece for this, which we're in the process of doing right now. Temporarily, we have installed a odometer gauge setup in here just to be able to calibrate everything. It's not hooked up yet. We had to actually, it was a hell of a time to get it to fit in this location. Adrian's a little taller than me. I'm like, you know, cool 5'8". I think he's like 6'3". So for me, I can see everything, which is great. So I think he should just give it to me. Adrian's probably like up here, so he's gonna be missing half of the dash, which obviously some minor details we gotta go through, but I try to tell him you don't need to see that half, it's none of your business. All right, let's go to the hood, all right? All right, look who just pulled back up, the man himself, all right? All right. So this is all Vlad's creation pretty much under here. Don't mind that, we have another reservoir for this. This is just temporarily, all right? Aluminum radiator, custom radiator shroud. Everything under here Holly. Everything under here CBF. Everything under here Willwood. So all the top key components which could be installed in this vehicle or that were made were installed. Come over here. We got the Willwood Master into the Willwood proportioning valve. All custom hard lines bent all the way from the Master all the way throughout the car. Same thing with the fuel system. Vlad ended up going ahead and rebending and making all lines for the fuel system. So once we get on the lift, you'll see some more pictures of it, but it's super detailed all throughout. Like I said, the only thing left to do in the engine bay before we paint it is just to make an intake where basically we're gonna end up fabbing it to come all the way out, and it'll come right down here and it'll be fresh air coming through the scoop of the bumper. But real pleased how this has come out. Went to a show in Irwindale over the weekend and saw a gang of IROCs out there with some LS swaps, so this got us real motivated because everyone's doing them. Some good work out here. It's mellow. We can have a full conversation over this thing. That's the best part. All right. Fucking key don't work. All right. T-tops in the summer, man. What else you need? All right. Got to thank the homie John over at Forge Star Wheels, which is also known as Weld Wheels. They blessed us with these 18 by 10.5 wheels, which honestly I didn't think they were going to fit as good as they did, but fitment on it is perfect. Wrapped in the Falcon tires and those CTSV brake calipers with the drilled and slotted rotors. Kind of excited to get the first hit down this street on this to see how it performs. This is gonna be a cornering car, but with the motor it has, I told Adrian I may have to just, you know, drop clutch a little bit just to see what it do. All right, got a shout out to Hoopers. They rebuilt the rear end on this thing. We got running a True Track. I can't remember the gearing, but basically this whole car was set up for pro touring, so it's ready. It's time. All right, next step now is we're gonna take it to get alignment. The painters are painting the front bumper right now, and then we got to two-tone it because he's got the racing stripes. Once we get all that on and we can actually put a couple 100 miles on it to make sure everything's solid and working as it should, we are going to drop the whole motor again, do the metal work on the engine bay, close up all the AC holes, any non-existing holes that we're not going to use, which is pretty much everything. We're gonna kind of weld up all the seams on the shock towers so that the engine bay is nice and smooth, paint it all black, and then obviously, like I said, depending on what color he wants to go with, we will then do the attention to the motor. But I think at this time, because I think he's still in the process of whether he's gonna keep it red or not, we may just leave the motor just how it is, but at least the engine bay will be done. So when he pulls up to shows, he can pop it looking proper, all right? So yes, it's almost there. I'd probably say it's like 80% done, but then we gotta break it back down, do it all again, and then it's ready for him to go. Oh, wait, no, that ain't gonna stay right. It's ready to go, dog. It's hot out here. It's hot out here. All right, look, another Camaro. That's Vlad's Camaro right there. He got a little stroker motor in that too. It's a little Camaro family over here. I got my little 10-speed bike. That's the only thing I got out right now, but it's cool. What else? Oh shit, hold on. I can't even get in this. Come over here. I can't get in here right now. Maybe you can get some footage of this. But we actually did a relocation of the battery, moved it from the engine bay. Vlad built a rack back here where it's mounted. We ran, basically, I forgot to say, we stripped everything that was non-existent behind the dash of the car, and we're doing a complete rewire. That is why it is in the state it is right now. So when I say this is a track car, it is a track car. We will have 2 functioning speakers in here for him, and then in the end, when he decides that he wants AC, we'll probably run a vintage air setup. But for right now, it should be clean, strictly functional. All you need is windows up, windows down, key, ignition, turn signals. That's it. But that's it for Build Breakdown 2. Gotta say, we did some phenomenal work in a very, very short time on this thing. Proud of the team. Vlad, Mondo, Austin, Nano was on this too. I don't know if I could thank anything for Pringles. He frustrated them a lot on this, but that's what he does best, all right? Stay tuned, we out.